Recording this video Wednesday, 1st of February 2012. It is 2:53 p.m. Chicago time. Just recording this before the close of trade, get it out early. Hope you traded well today. Just a quick note before getting into a couple of charts. I've tagged on a video to the bottom of this post just talking about the changes to the beta indicators. This is a fairly major release of the latest version of the beta indicators, and so there's a fair few changes, and I thought it'd be useful to record a video just kind of going through what those are. And just to note, I'm getting a couple of email inquiries just saying has the new version been released, and the answer is no, it's not been released yet. I'm sorry, I'm taking my time a little bit about this, but please bear in mind I'm just one guy. I'm a trader. There isn't like a dozen people behind me in terms of an organization that kind of gets this stuff done. It is just me. So the difference with this particular release is I'm going to be releasing this version to owners of all three indicators: beta sine wave, beta pro-am, beta momentum. I'm trying to get everybody to move across to using the entire package, because the three indicators are kind of non-correlated, designed to work together. So going forward, actually, the individual indicators are not going to be available on the website. They'll just be available as kind of a group. And so because of that, kind of just consolidating the database in terms of the users is pretty important. Just making sure I'm identifying people who've got all three indicators, because people purchase using different email addresses and so on. So it's a little bit of kind of tech stuff at my end that I have to kind of get right, which just reminds me, if you have purchased using multiple email addresses and you want to send me an email address saying that was the case, you can consolidate my account if you like, then that would help me from this end. And for people who've only got one or two of the indicators, I will be sending round a discount coupon, so to try and encourage you to get any missing indicators that you have. Eventually you will get the latest releases. I'm not going to leave people in the lurch, but it will be down the road, because the priority has to be to people who are using all three indicators. Anyway, so that's just a little kind of housekeeping note. Let's talk about some charts. 135-minute chart of the Emini daily chart, and there we go. Pullback to end of trend. I said this thing was not going to be over till we saw pullback to end of trend, and that's what happened yesterday. We put in the pullback level there on the 135-minute chart, and we're going to make that end of trend at some point. We should be seeing some kind of exhaustion buying in order to kind of roll this thing over. So here's a better X trend on at ES continuous day and night session as an example, and you can see better X trends kind of trailing this stop. Had a little bit of kind of a punch into the 20s up here, but we've not seen one of those final kind of exhaustion buying type activity bars, one of these type of things kind of blowing off. So I think that's in the wings at some point. In terms of higher time frame tip frame charts, 40,500 tip frame chart. So here we go. This is yesterday's activity. Blue professional bars kind of come in midday, catch the low 1305s, kind of support kind of comes in, and we head up to another cyclical resistance pattern. Another blue professional bar. Midday there was actually quite high average trade size, a lot of professional activity in the 20s. So suggest that's kind of a another one of these steps of kind of getting out. 13,500 tip bar chart. There you can see all these blue professional bars, exhaustion buying, professional activity at the highs, but we're in an uptrend on 13,500, so we've got to make pullback to end of trend on this time frame chart, and then we've already had it on the 4,500 tip bar chart with today's activity here. So kind of overnight it was a dirtier end of trend after yesterday's activity. That was all the buying activity at the end of mid yesterday. Bullish divergence comes in after exhaustion selling. We make these amateur patterns testing the lows, and then overnight support kind of comes in as dirty end of trend because the pullback level's been violated, and we make an uptrend move. Quite strong activity, a lot of kind of range in the overnight session, and so coming into today was a little bit tricky. It was a question of kind of picking up this trend, and that was the spot to get in when we had this exhaustion selling at the beginning of the day, when people were thinking that it was going to be a down day. Of course, we made it up to pull back to end of trend signal up here. In terms of my day trading, 1500 tip bar chart, I was able to get in on this amateur down bar here. So we initially had a little bit of kind of exhaustion buying, it kind of fell off, but this was a really steep reading in terms of better momentum. This was really exhaustion selling down here. A little bit unsure about what the trend direction was, but because we had that pullback level in on the 135-minute chart, was kind of Pretty sure we were going to make pullback to end of trend, and so got in on this amateur down bar kind of here. Initially went in my favor, then kind of came back, tested my entry point, but you can see blue professional bar kind of comes in there. It's almost like a double bottom, bullish divergence kind of signals, and we're off. And so my target was 22.50, and that was around here. So got off on one shot, one kill on that first trade, which was nice. Then I tried to take a second trade here. I shan't tag on the second trade because it ended up being a half-point loser for me. But what happened, the reason for getting in, because we'd not seen exhaustion buying, we'd had our exhaustion selling, we had to see exhaustion buying before this uptrend was over. So I entered on this Rambo pattern, this kind of retracement here. We had all these blue professional bars kind of come in at this high, and seemingly we couldn't get through, kind of tested down, went a point below my entry, point and a half I think below my entry point here, then kind of came back, and as soon as I saw that blue professional bar here, I got out just with a half-point loss and just didn't want to sit through the aggravation. Of course, it immediately kind of went in my favor, and then kind of came back, and it would have made 4 points I think, but I was just looking for 2 at 24.25, but didn't make it. So yeah, 2 trades for me, 3.5 points. I was happy with that. It's a good first one shot, one kill. Probably should have gone back to bed and kind of left it at that, but anyway, I'll tag on that day trade, and as I said, there's a second video today just talks about what's new with the better indicators, and I hope you traded well today. 1850, long 1850. Check my stops and targets, and not sure about the trend today because 1500 tip bar chart, you know, we kind of had a huge run up overnight into almost 1320s. I think, yeah, we were 1320s the open, but exhaustion buying, bearish divergence after the open, kind of sold off. People sold off really hard here with an exhaustion selling signal. Blue professional bar kind of comes in. First an amateur bar kind of on the way up, which shows it's really weak, and then this last kind of push down was an amateur down bar here. It's kind of amateur activity on this kind of pullback. So what I'm guessing is the uptrend is still in place. We've kind of temporarily run out of sellers, and this little testing move is amateur activity, and so we'll kind of break back up to new highs. Support's coming on the 500 tip bar chart. Yeah, got a little bit of bullish divergence kind of going on here. Suppose I should be waiting for more professional bars here, but let's wait and see. So just long 1850. Just as I said that, 2 blue professional bars came in on the 500 tip bar chart, breaking the highs off them, so up to 1390. So maybe that's the signal. Professionals kind of just step back in, and we'll break up to 1320s. So let's see. Well, we went to 1320s, Rambo pattern, blue professional bar, cyclical resistance 515, and just kind of came all the way back down to 17s. But at 17, blue professional bars kind of come in, a little bit of a double bottom, kind of here forming. It'll be some kind of bullish divergence pattern if it goes off. Not exactly what I wanted, so blue professional bar is initially holding, but we'll have cyclical support kind of coming around 500. Could be a little bit of a rush to kind of get everybody out, but if it turns around and goes the other way, then I've got the trend direction wrong. Let's wait and see, kind of coming back up now. We've got ISM at 9 o'clock, so actually it's 9:03 now, so that must have been it, just went off. Shows I'm really paying attention today. Here we go, bullish divergence just coming on 1500. Well, I think 2075 was the high already today. We're just at 20, kind of hit resistance a little bit here, but no blue professional bars, nothing like that. There's resistance on the 500 tip bar chart kind of coming. We'll have a bunch of stops here at 2075s and above, so targets is 2250. It doesn't look all that far away. Okay, a little amateur, possibly down bar on that little retrace. So I'll run for these highs. Let's see where it goes. Come on up, here we go. So we've come up to those highs. Initially you always get a little bit of technical kind of weakness, people selling double tops and whatever. But we're at 2075, previous high. Here we go, 21.25, and we've got a cyclical turn due on 1500, but we haven't seen. Okay, Rambo exhaustion. So coming off a fraction. We got this behind us. We got this bullish divergence behind us. Just looking for this little pop up here. Got exhaustion selling behind us as well. No blue professional bars kind of coming at the highs yet, like we had these two bottoms with professionals on 1500. So come on, 2150. Okay, cyclical resistance just coming on the 1500 tip bar chart. We have bearish divergence on 500 here, but little amateur down bar here, so Rambo patterns and then amateur down bar, so a little bit of a consolidation zone. But we've broken above cyclical resistance on 500, so we should see this play out to pull back to end of trend. And no blue professional bars here yet. Not retrace too much, please. Let's just get this done. We're not far away. Just out 2250. Excellent. So as just a little family of blue professional bars coming on the 500 tip bar chart. No blue professional bars yet on 15, but could easily be there. 7,000 on better momentum. It's not a pro signal exit, not a classic one yet. It might kind of run a little bit higher, but that's all right. So initially weakness here, but that was a pretty extreme kind of selling signal, and then kind of bullish divergence kind of coming in here. Wasn't paying attention to data release ISM at 9 o'clock, and that's what had this sell-off. But here we go. It's almost like a double bottom here with blue professional bars here, testing bars, amateur down bars kind of here. So that's kind of the background for the trade. Interested to see where this thing goes. I think we'll make pullback to end of trend at some point, but that support level on the 135-minute chart seemingly was good for yesterday, so who knows where it's going. And what is it, 9:11 a.m. Cool. Well, a couple of minutes later, pullback to end of trend goes off 500 tip bar chart up here at 23s, and the first blue professional bar that we've seen in a long time, but wasn't a pro signal exit yet because we've not seen exhaustion buying. So looks like 23.25 getting hit, might get broken up to the upside, so see where this trade ends up. Happy to be out personally though, but anyway, just interesting.